Right, first things first, I think I owe you an
apology.
or possibly an apology, one of the two. Right then, hello there, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Paul, I'm also called Knickknack. I'm the brains behind Knickknack's Daily Teaser, which is a fun, hopefully fun brain teaser quiz you might see floating around. I also watch movies occasionally when I get a chance. I've seen No Time to Die just recently, which is a really good sign-off from Daniel Craig. I also watch TV shows occasionally. I've not watched as many as I could, but there's a few upcoming ones I want to try and see. I do know, recently I've seen Eve of the Daleks, the Doctor Who New Year's Day special, and I've also seen, or been watching, The Evil of the Daleks, the classic Doctor Who reanimated, recovered classic Doctor Who series, the Patrick Troughton one. You can find details of most of the stuff I watch up here, underneath that little eye, but for now, I'm quite content to do two things. First off, I want to offer you an apology. I meant to get this video up last night, on the 7th of January. I didn't. Blame eye strain and tiredness, so that's why I'm apologising now. But this video is where I want to talk to you about Evil of the Daleks, Episode 5. Here's a quick summary. Episode 5 follows Episode 4's cliffhanger, with Jamie and Camel, Fraser Hines and Sonny Caldinez, almost getting caught by a pair of Daleks, but using a rope they'd had to force one Dalek to crash off the balcony that leads to a certain cell, which distracts the other Dalek that's one floor down. Jamie and Kemmel break into the cell, block the door so the Daleks can't get in, and then introduce them to a mildly bemused Victoria, Deborah Watling, who's keen to get out of the cell, but keen to share how she was captured and brought to the Daleks. Keen to tell, but not very able to remember any of the specific details. Meanwhile, in another part of the mansion, the Doctor, Patrick Troughton, has finished recording Jamie's rescue efforts and is now discussing them with Terrell, played by Gary Watson. A Terrell who is determined not to discuss himself and who seems, unknown to the Doctor, to have trouble drinking an innocent glass of wine, and who seems to cause metal objects stick to anything metal he's holding. He also seems to be hearing voices only calmed by the hypnotic attentions of Theodore Maxtable, Marius Goring. Meanwhile, the Doctor has completed the work on the human factor, the additions the Daleks want that they are convinced will make them even more of a super race. He's keen to get using it on the 3 experimental Daleks in the lab. The Doctor
is hoping to drive them insane.
Now, I have to confess, like I say, I meant to finish this review up and get it posted last night. Eye strain and tiredness stopped me there, so I'll apologise now, again, if you were expecting to see this last night. That apology comes with a warning, because instead of watching and then doing the review on the same night for episodes 6 and 7, I may spread them over 2 nights just to make it a little easier on myself and get these aging bones in bed earlier. I might not. I'm letting you know in advance just in case I do. Okay? At any rate, let's briefly talk about episode 5 and answer what I thought I made of it, or tell you what I thought I made of it. Evil of the Daleks itself, the story, it comes within classic Doctor Who's 4th season, so it's about 1966, 67 or thereabouts. It's the first to feature Patrick Troughton as the 2nd Doctor. It's a season that initially sees him putting in a reasonably colourful performance, especially if you've seen that hat in The Power of the Daleks, that stovepipe hat of his. Definitely a bit over the top, that, but there we go. It's a season, however, I should add, however colourfully his first few episodes were, by the time he gets to Evil of the Daleks, he's actually calmed down quite a bit. He's toned it down. I think we've got through the Moonbase Cyberman story as well at this point, where he's very restrained. It's a very restrained performance in this particular episode. It's a wonderful bit of storyline. It's carrying the story forward. We're getting to see something of a mystery about Terrell, to give you an example. Marius is slowly warming up to the traditional Doctor Who mad scientist villainous thing, and it's looking very good, performance-wise and story-wise. About my only minor complaint is that the quality of the sounds in some scenes can be shaky. There's one scene where Maxwell is hypnotising Terrell, to give you an example. It's about 10 minutes in, I think, if memory serves. For a couple of minutes there, Maxwell sounds quite echoey, and Terrell sounds fine. And then a few seconds later, it'll swap. Terrell will sound good, and Maxwell will sound echoey. I suspect that may be a problem with the original audio source. Whoever taped it from the TV maybe moved the tape around to try and catch everything. I don't know for sure. Given the good work done by the regular sound restorer Mark Ayres, it's only really noticeable to me because I'm vaguely aware that these were literally home audio recordings that are used on these animations, and that the quality may vary. So I'm half conscious that it's out there, and I'm half aware that it might happen. So that's why I think I noticed it. It did not spoil my enjoyment a bit. Absolutely loved the episode, and it's great stuff. The storytelling, the performances, the actual detailing again of the animations makes for another wonderful 4-star episode. Frankly, I am going to be watching episode 6 on Friday the 14th of January. I'll have my written and video reviews up hopefully on the day, but definitely up by Saturday the 15th. I hope you're enjoying my reviews of them. I hope you'd like to see more. Please like and subscribe. Help me grow the channel. Come back next week. We can see what we can see. Take care. Be good. Don't fall off the bus.